Alright then, the live stream should be starting soon. Please give a moment to make sure it's set on up. It is going. Twitter is going. YouTube thumbnails being up to date. Twitch is going. Looks like everything's going good over here. Please, I need to remember to do as well for OBS. There we go. I'm gonna double check my other computer. One moment. And looks like everything's good. Yep, so let's go and get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here of another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the top left side as the red Abbasid dynasty. We have the kid spawn on the south side as the yellow French where Lucifero and the French villagers. Whoa, look at that. The French is eyeing for a fast boar, and he almost pinned his own scout there to be killed off by the boar there as well. Interesting. Either way, let's talk about economic benefits. The French do have access to a couple of small benefits, slightly faster villager production, as well as free blacksmith research, and later on in the Castle Age, he can get access to some additional cost reductions around the keep. The Abbasid player has, of course, one of the best economic benefits in the game, the Golden Age Tier 1. The Golden Age Tier 1 allows you to get 15% collection rate for all resources, or just simply having 10 buildings. When it comes to feudal age units, the Abbasid Dynasty player can pull out some camel archers, which are a mounted archer that has less range, hits harder, does still do bonus damage to spearmen, and it has anti-cavalry debuff for it. While the French does have access to the Royal Knight, a very powerful early knight variant. And something to notice as well, look at the map. The Abbasid player, both the forest puppers are right next to each other, so this would be a great expansion location here. The French, their deer are not too far apart as well, and the boar is actually being claimed. I wonder, how quickly did he spot that boar? He must have spotted that almost immediately, didn't he? This map is supposed to have like a bunch of high ground, but this map in particular has very little high ground. Just got a couple areas here, probably large enough for a keep each, but that's about it. We do now have the military wing being employed on the field, which will give them access to a pair of spearmen and camel riders. And of course, the French are going for the standard School of Cavalry. Of course, he's going to employ it right outside of the board, because it's where his villagers were located at. The School of Cavalry is a good landmark because not only get honestly, the most powerful effect about this landmark is not the 20% faster production speed for all your stables, the fact that it's just straight up a stable. So you don't have to take time to collect resources to get a military structure up to, and you can immediately start producing Royal Knights. It gave you quite a bit of momentum swing. The Abbasid player is throwing a bunch of villagers there onto stone. He's eyeing for the second town center nice and early. He's also collected up a lot of berries. Oh, that's a good number of sheeple there. There's 14 sheep. Yellow, on the other hand, hardly found any sheep now, didn't he? It appears that he only found... That's just only 3 original sheep. Okay, there's some sheep around there. That's the only 4 sheep that Yellow found. Luckily, he went for an early boar, or else he may have actually been running low on food. going to fast forward a little bit for the age up. We do now have the archers and spearmen now advancing on forward. He does go ahead and rage that boar. Pumbaa is going to be attacking these spearmen, getting some good free damage there. The boar is an incredibly powerful asset there. Does snipe on those sheep, and that is actually somewhat important seeing how little sheep the French player has found. Oh, look at this as well. Stone, gold. Is that like a perfect placement in town center right there as well? Red has a lot of resources stocked very close to each other. Yellow does have the stone relatively close, has a nice little school of cavalry in between. Not a bad spot for a keep right around here either. High ground doesn't provide any combat benefits, but does give you sight range benefits. He does go and scare these forest puppers. He does go and stab that one as well. And this actually can be very annoying for the French player. He does have one round 9 field. Each spearman does provide good amount of bonus damage. However, they're not hardened spearmen. A royal knight may be able to take out all this force. With 2 royal knights, he can easily take out this force. He's getting a charge attack there. And there we go. He's going to quickly pick off the spearmen. Very good. And they do have their not canted saddles, it's the upgrade. Their charge attack bonus for a short amount of time, and does pick off all this force here for a nice 1-2 punch with the Royal Knights. 3rd Royal Knight on the field, 4th Royal Knight on the way, and now we do see the wood level 1 wood upgrade now being upgraded for in stone or gold mining upgrade for the French. Red has not deployed out any additional military units, and his only remaining one technically is a scout, which may go down shortly. Does get a charge attack there. Royal Knight in pursuit. And does poke the butt. Good number of villagers are idle here, and there's 15 villagers here. He does withdraw 5 of the villagers here, so he does have enough garrison area for his villagers. Charge attack comes forward, does connect 2 of the villagers, and 1, 2, and 2 quick snipes there. He has a good amount of sheeple there, so he may, with the Royal Knights not prowling around, it may be a good idea not to collect the berries and go just collect the sheeple. The Abbasid player is eyeing for a good number of lumberjacks at the moment. He may be eyeing to get out some additional military structures. Yes, he is. An archer range and barracks. Not uncommon composition where the French player mix in archers to engage the spearmen to go along with his Royal Knights, which is appearing the composition. And for the Abbasid player, he's going for spearmen and probably needs to mix in some archers to engage his opponent's archers. He could go for regular horsemen to try and engage the French archers. We do have now a mill trying to be pulled on the field, which not only improves the drop-off rate and capacity of these berries. There's a lot of food here. In fact, there's also more food. I just realized that berries. Not only there's 2 good spots for stone, his last stone deposit right here, though. So he has access to a large amount of stone back in his base area. When it comes to gold on the map, I can see the French has nice little line of gold here. The Abbasid players' gold deposits are much, much more spread out. And so he's going to have to venture a little bit more on the map. The French has a nice deposit of gold. We do now have a camel archer in the field. Very nice, which is deployed at the archer range. So going for camel archer spearmen, which is similar to archer and spearmen. And just the camel archers do also apply the debuff. They do have 24 damage per shot versus the opposing spearmen. Of course, it's the French. He's going for archers. Camel archers do cost 180 if I remember correctly. Oh no, they cost 240. They are How's our health?
الراني راكب الجمل
We
جاهز.
have 140 health. The biggest benefit right now is the debuff, and these Royal Knights are getting some nice chivalry there for health regen. These villagers are getting impaled, and they're getting annihilated. He does not have Textiles research, and now he's down 5 villagers. The French player does have a slight villager production. I think it's like 20% of this age, maybe 30%. So him having one less town center can be mitigated, especially if he kills off his opponent's villagers. That's a good way to mitigate the lack of extra town centers. Horseman took a nice volley there.
أوامرك يا سيدي.
Camel Archers do hit relatively hard as well, so they can put damage on the Royal Knights with the high pierce armor.
القوس جاهز.
These Royal Knights
لنذهب.
are not charging their way forward. Does pick up that Horseman. Scout takes some rounds as well. And looks like yellow. I'm not sure if that boar was killed off by red, but yellow's collecting those boar now. And we have a significant number of knights on the field. We do now have siege engineers being pulled out by the French player. Eyeing for a couple battering rams could help him seal the game. Right now, the army value size, this army size itself is relatively similar, 21 to 23. The army value is definitely in favor of yellow. Does have enough wood there for a battering ram. Another force plus pupper does go down there. Now the French archers are eyeing for some battering rams. We got a good number of camel archers here, as well as spearmen. Trying to push forward, torch down some stuff. He's trying to ward away this Royal Knight. 2 spearmen in this region will probably be adequate. He sees 1, not the entire army, so probably shouldn't divert his entire army to engage it. Camel archers moving around, trying to get some good hits. Does get some good hits there. Townsend arrows are raining on in as well. Yellow's not advancing forward during this big distraction. Does take out that Royal Knight quite quickly. Now I got the Millstone going down. Remember as well, this is Abbasid. This is where his 2 landmarks are, very close to each other. A couple hits there. Spearman did get a small spear brace there, gave some good damage. Good hits there. Does take out that one of those villagers as well. Royal Knights in pursuit. Besides not advance on forward. Good number of horsemen in this region as well. Army size 37 to 40. 1 battering ram still in the field. Battering down the House of Wisdom. May want to send a couple of villagers over here just to torch it down. And now do have the hardened spearman research for the French. He sees so many horsemen on the field as well. He's going to go for a handful of spearmen himself. But they will see bows damage from the camel archers, but they will of course deal bows damage versus the camel archers as well. So they do counter each other. No textiles research just yet. Couple knights being put out over here. Don't need to know if the fire force here. This area is starting to get torched down. Remember as well, the House Wisdom does provide +5 fire armor. At this point in time, torches only do 13 damage. Battering ram now still hitting the House of Wisdom. Down south, horsemen and camel archers do fall back to get damage there. No economic or blacksmith research for the Abbasid player, while yellow has gotten a mix of everything. So not only Yellow has a higher quality army, he also has a higher quality army with his blacksmith research. You're now Phalanx being put on field, a very powerful spearman upgrade. And now the battery ram will go down. Does pick himself off a Royal Knight there. Very nice. Archers making their advance. Got a line of not blacksmith, walls right there. Why do you think blacksmith? Got 2 proxy barracks here. The French is at population cap at the moment. Those villagers still... Oh, like that sheep carcass that was sniped earlier in this game. They do withdraw from the region. They could kind of collect those berries as well. Zolek Doggo trying to bite that archer. Golden Age Tier 2 has now been activated, and the French almost has enough resources to age up. Now we do have now the Royal Institute. If he's able to save enough gold for some powerful research, that could help him seal the game. Because right now his army's in pretty good quality. His opponent is mass-producing units. He has a great number of spearmen in the field as well. He has a counter army. His opponent has more of a not counter army. All the infrastructure will go down. He doesn't have any blacksmiths back here. He may want to get out a blacksmith, or not blacksmith, barracks back here. If he collects enough stone, he will get the cost reduction benefits. We do now have more research coming on in, including the veteran knight and veteran archer research. He's able to squeeze enough gold for the royal bloodlines that can be incredibly powerful, but now, since he aged up, there's quite a bit of resource he does not have deployed on the field. These villagers do get inside the town center there. Council of Arrows doing some great damage, and his archers getting some good damage there as well. This is a very urbanized environment. A lot of this these schools are having trouble moving. A couple exposed villagers there cleaning up the forest puffers, which could go down. Royal Knight Spearmen now trying to make their way forward as well. Red Spearman approaching way forward. A couple of yellow villagers getting hit. He does have textiles research. Yellow's army is still quite healthy. A couple of these, a number of these villagers may go down. They're all still alive, also wounded. And he will get only one horseman pursued. Red did lose his majority of his army right there. Now he's trying to advance and pursue these forces. Knights are falling back. Archer still pushing way forward, getting good damage on everything. Back here. Yellow may have only lost like... Did Yellow even lose a villager there? Yellow may have lost like 1 village there. Yeah, Red has only killed 3 villagers that game, and I remember him beforehand at 2. So... now his army's been pushed back, and now he's very outqualitied. Has now got 2 melee attack, also additional pierce armor here. These Royal Knights have 6 pierce armor, so these archers will only do 1 damage each. A couple Royal Knights push their way forward, gets good damage here. I wonder if he has painted saddles. Now these archers will do some good damage. They're going to do more damage with them. Got more pierce damage on the way. Archers push way forward, picks up some of these units. Phalanx reaches very far. Let's take out a couple of those units. Start stepping away. Horseman getting some good engagement there onto those archers. He doesn't want to push towards Royal Knights. Let's get another Phalanx or Spear Brace there. Phalanx does also affect the Spear Brace ability. Royal Knight's not charging way forward. Most of his archers are down in this region. No, he still doesn't. Oh no, I'm looking Red's units. Now the Royal Knights are pushed way forward. They don't have the veteran Royal Blood research there, but they're still very high quality at this moment in time. Now they're breaking on forward. More spearmen being pulled on by the Abbasid player. Does force all these units back. Both sides lost quite a bit of forces there. The Abbasid player is nowhere near of aging up. He's actually low on wood, as well as gold. And yellow is behind the villagers by a significant amount. He has saved a good number of Royal Knights on the field. Chivalry will, of course, get them all healed up, give enough time. No, I'm sort of surprised he's not trying to pull out man-at-arms. Right now, French men-at-arms, they will crush everything right here. The only unit he has that can reasonably engage man-at-arms are camel archer. And these will not be just feudal age man-at-arms, these will be castle age man-at-arms as well. I do believe the French player should be eyeing for man-at-arms. The adversary player has no real effective counter against that. And now the economic ring now being employed on the field. He has gotten the, what's it called? Boot camp research a long time ago. Does get a decent spear brace there. Archers do take a bit of damage there. Royal Knights are taking quite a bit of damage there from the Spearmen. Without Royal Bloodlines, they won't take as much damage as they can, and the Camel Archers do a good job at reducing the damage output of the Royal Knights. Another Royal Knight charging by 4 does get a good charge there. The French player is trying to break through with his heavy cav. These Archers and Spearmen are simply not high enough quality, especially with the support of these Archers. More Royal Knights are streaming on the way forward. Got 7 more queued on up. Archers able to pick away in Pindy. Does find an opportunity there. A single Royal Knight hit some of these villagers. And these harassments will also really help the French player out in this game, help crack his opponent. His opponent needs those resources to, of course, build up units. He is scheming the bottom of the barrel, and he's having trouble boosting anything at the moment, seeing all of his villagers not pulled off of the food line. He does find some more of these villagers back here, able to hit the economy. More hits over there. Archers and Spearmen making their advance, getting some good damage. We don't see any camels being put on the field. Villagers trying to shank these Royal Knights. It's not going to go too well. And I think Red has been knocked out of the game. His military force on the minimum. He can't produce crossbows in time. This is Anne Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Here's a 25-minute replay. That should work fine. Greetings everyone, and Great here from another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn bottom right side as the blue Chinese or Homunculus. Spawn top left side as the green English. We have Lucifero and Luciferon. Is it, do I say the N separately or without, not separately? Because it is capitalized. Either way, let's talk about economic benefits. Let's first mention the fish in the sea or in the creek. You got a fishable location of either side is going to claim. Green is immediately eyeing for some local fishies. After all, it has 1 ingredient for fish and chips. However, this is Age of Empires 4. The potato has not been discovered yet in the old world. After all, the potato is a new world food. So they're going to need to find the Aztecs for potatoes. When it comes to economic benefits, the Chinese do have access to a couple economic benefits. The Imperial Official, which allows you to improve the drop-off location of resources, as well as collect some taxable income. Green, being the English, have access to a very powerful farm economy. He's able to get half-price farms, and with nearby mill, they have become one of the best food sources in the entire game. So he is going to get some fishing boats for that, and shoreline fish are not bad to be collected up by villagers as well, since they do provide the same collection rate as deer. If you ever think about, I don't feel like going for fishing boats on this map, don't neglect the fish. It is still a good food source for your villagers to collect up. So it'll be a bit strenuous with the distances. And it looks like now green is a lumber camp. If green goes for too many lumberjacks, you can always take that wood and turn the farms. The food is definitely a good source of, well, the fish are a good source of food in the game, but you can't rely on it forever. It will last you for quite some time. It's a good way to supplement your income, but don't go overboard, to say the least. We do not have the council hall being put on the field. The council hall is an archery range that acts as 2 archery ranges. And over here for the Chinese, needs a little bit more food there. Based on these villagers here, I think he's going to go for the Bardic and the Sun somewhere. Maybe on this far side to protect his fishies. Bardic and Sun, yep, going right there. Which will not only protect his fishing boats, but also protect this land bridge. Green's not pushing forward with outposts here. A Spring Gold ship could be useful to protect himself against an outpost. Blue, seeing he's now out-aged, he's quickly going to try to rapidly build the Bardic and the Sun. He does have a decent amount of wood here. Maybe a good idea to queue up a barracks afterwards and just use spearmen to torch down the outpost. When it comes to unique units in this age, the English do have access to longbow. An archer that's only slightly more expensive, but gets +2 range and +1 damage. Incredibly powerful asset. The Chinese do have access to the Zhengnu, a crossbow variant that's good versus lightly armored units. I also forgot to mention, the English do have access to the most powerful Feudal Age unit in the entire game, the Feudal Age Man-at-Arms. It is one of the most difficult things to deal with. Now we've got a Spring Gold ship here. An arrow ship can easily provide you a good amount of storm bombardment to engage light units such as this, so it's probably a good idea to go with an arrow ship. Spring Gold ships do bonus damage versus structures. That's why he went for the war junk first to engage the outpost. And with the nearby dock here, he does have a health regen aura. You can always task a fishing boat there to get it healed a bit more quick as well. This fishing boat mainly get inside the dock now, it does get inside the dock. Going for a single archer ship, I would say, is also pretty useful. When I play this map, I always go for an archer ship, because I tend to, since I only play Mongols, an archer ship here can really help out versus those massive archer and spearman pushes. After all, a single archer ship generally can defend this strait for most assaults. Archers can get some decent damage onto it, but it's not always guaranteed. As you see here, the Spring Gold ship is taking quite a bit of boost, beating. It does have 3 Pierce Storms, can withstand quite a bit of archer fire, and longbows are a bit more effective in the situation. In fact, longbows will outrange the Spring Gold ship. The Spring Gold ship has 6 range, the longbowmen have 7 range. He is getting healed up by fishing boats though. He is going for a large number of Spring Gold ships. I think an arrow ship would be very useful. And now he will be able to deal with these outposts no problem. And his opponent decides to go for proxy docks. He has already adequate counter, but I think this is a little bit to meet Spring Gold ships. Currently, the Chinese player does have a stable in the field, no barracks, no archer range, eyeing for some horsemen. He sees opponents going for a longbowman composition, and he's trying to pull out the counter, or could pull out the counter if he actually pulls out anything. Another outpost here, he at least still wants to maintain the network of castles here. He's not taking resources to spend up to repair up the war junk quickly, just letting it get passive healed up, which is fine. Longbowman to find some free shots here, and Now we've got the Song Dynasty, which does also make the Chinese villagers produce a little bit faster, 25% faster, which is pretty good. Does get a good shot there, and it's doing some good job of playing around the health regen aura. Does get some free shots there. It does pick off a couple more longbows. These war jugs do have 35 damage. These longbowmen do have semi-health. What the English player needs to do, he's got pierce armor, then he can take an extra spring gold shot. Does take out one of the spring gold ships there, very good. After all, the spring gold ships do range damage, and spring gold ships are not affected by blacksmith range damage. Archer ships, however, are. Spring gold ships are taking a beating. We got a good number of horsemen on the field. And now we've got an archer ship on the field. Look at that, though. I put a lot of stock in archer ships, and look at that. It is dealing damage, but it go down there, because there's a large number of longbowmen here, that's for sure. Yeah, 7 horsemen. That should be enough horsemen over on those longbows. And there are no spearmen on the field, or even man-at-arms, so these horsemen could charge forward. Does get some good damage there. Does take out a fishing boat. Archer ship does take quite a bit of damage there. Spring gold ship, archer ship are now what remains. He is repairing up at least one of the fishing boats as well. Nothing else being pulled out here. He's getting a good number of horsemen. We have a bit of taxable income that can be collected by this imperial official. He picked up 1 coin. 2 archer fishing boats do go down there. Green is ahead in civilian count. Both sides have 1 count into the moment. Another pick there on the fishing boat. Very, very nice. Now the horsemen making their advance. He does have quite a bit of vision range around this outpost. He gets some good damage there. He gets some good damage across the line. And now here comes a horseman. Horsemen are adequate in this situation. These ships are both behind at the dock there for health regen. Does manage to get some palings up there. Very good. And manages to completely circle the these units. Scout is still alive. Does find a good number of palings, but the palings only are active when the longbowmen are passive there. Does get an outpost there to save some of his longbowmen, but it's currently not upgraded with anything. The horseman should be able to torch this down no problem and crack it open with a nice soft interior. Nice soft juicy interior. And looks like there's one longbow remains. Now it's pushing way forward. Does find a couple more longbowmen there. Is trying for some palings there, but that's just a scout. So the scout will draw the palings there, allowing his horseman to advance with impunity. So he does lose a scout, which is important. Astronomical clock tower now being employed on the field. Looks like the Chinese players eyeing for Castle Age. Going for some rapid lancers would be not half bad. He could go for veteran horsemen at this moment. Not really necessary, however. Only 6 horsemen in the field. Maybe a good idea to go straight for lancers and skip the veteran horseman research. The veteran horseman research is relatively cheap. Takes out that longbowman as well. More barracks not being pulled on the field, eyeing for some spearmen. So he has the astronomical clock tower, so going for some clock tower SPs wouldn't be half bad. You could also probably go from clock tower spring golds and start engaging these fishing boats. Going from the Vanguard men-at-arms or regular men-at-arms, we do have the veteran horseman research. Very nice. He's going for Palace Guard. which is probably a better item in this situation. Oh wait, the English player's gone to H3 as well. When did that happen? I didn't realize he's also one for H3. He has King's Palace on the field, so he does have now 2 villager queues. I suppose his spawn is currently 1.25. We do not have a Chinese outpost going on up. We do also have a dock on this side of the river for Green. He's actually going for a transport boat, which will allow him to quickly cross this area, allowing his spearmen to engage this outpost. Does cancel it there. These villagers may go down, and these horsemen will break on through and will collapse ice villagers. Green's picked up a relic now. Do also have the man-at-arms put in the field. They're currently just regular man-at-arms. No armor clad, no armor. And Blue is eyeing for a spring gold upgrade somewhere. Maybe it's not the Bardic in the Sun. The English Town Center does have 2 arrows, rather than just 1 for its auto attack, so it does do double damage. Now the English player is eyeing for some melee armor upgrades. He may be going to transition to mass man-at-arms. English man-at-arms can be very difficult to deal with. They are very, very durable. Nope, we got some palace guards torching down the transport ship. Very nice. And also some longbowmen firing some arrows across the creek. And now these palace guards are running away. Archer ship gains some damage. Needs to focus down those longbowmen, not the man-at-arms. Got 3 barracks right here. Bardic in the Sun does not have the Spring Gold upgrade. Bardic in the Sun does have the hand cannoneer, which does do some good damage versus these more heavily armored units. Alright, a Spring Gold somewhere. Looks like this is the outpost that's up there, Spring Gold, being upgraded to a fortified outpost now. And looks like the local doggo does go down. Blue does not have access to exiles at the moment. And Green will be picking up his second relic. Blue has claimed 1 relic and picked up 1 as well. Getting some decent damage there. We do also have an English player going for an outpost here, but it's currently been interrupted. Over some battle rams, we're hoping to clear up the outpost as well as the Bardic in the Sun. We got General crossbows and palace guards on the field. Though it's only 8 crossbows at the most, not a whole lot. And the man-arms, they do appear to have armor-clad research. Palace guards are charging the way forward. Hawktower and the Beast have been pulling on the field as well. Palace guard man-arms now engaging. Longbows trying to hit the crossbows, very good. Palace guards now hitting the battle rams. Fortified outpost is almost down, has been set up for legs. Hawktower and the Beast does get a decent volley there. Crossbows push right forward. Do now got a clock tower counterweight trebuchet and needs to stay back out of the region. And looks like Blue is having trouble with engagement. Palace guards having trouble with the man-at-arms. And now the clock tower SBs have seen quite a bit of damage there. A couple of crossbows there. Phil's trying to push and repair the clock tower SBs. It does get some reinforced crossbows back here. Clock tower SBs does get a small volley there on the man-at-arms. Magnos to get bones in versus range. Clock tower SB doesn't get bones in versus range, but the overall base damage is relatively higher. Outpost now going on up. Spring Gold ship engaged, getting some hits there. Trying to overrun, hit the Octon SB once again. Does get an okay volley there. More Palace Scars, getting some good damage on in. More crossbows. Big one out, but getting focused down by the Longbowman. He doesn't. The Chinese players need to take time to get reinforced because he's having trouble with a large number of these engagements. There's the Spring Golem placement now inside the Bardic Sun as well. Clock Tower Trebuchet will be going down. That Clock Tower and SB is not on the field. Bardic Sun will be a bit difficult to torch down like that. Okay, a bit of damage around the outposts now. Let's go ahead and completely surround one of the Clock Tower SBs. We'll go and get that killed off. That's a big kill there. Longbow now taking some hits there from the Clock Tower SBs. A couple crossbows coming in forward. Second, another Clock Tower SBs pull on the field. Gets a good volley there on those longbows. He's got to maintain the Clock Tower SB production. That's the only thing he has for a real counterless force at the moment. Boats do go down there. Blue has less civilians at the moment. Good shots there. He's continuing to focus on the Spring Gold. One more Spring Gold shot could take it out. Does take it out there. Remember, this radius indicator is meant for the primary weapon, which is the hand cannoneer, so that the Spring Gold does have one additional range. Got two more Spring Golds in the field and two more on the way for the English. Now going for a pair of battery ramps as well. Draw them to cleave through these structures. Battery ramps will go ahead and take out the Bardic of the Sun now. He's trying to push for this Spring Gold there. Trying to protect this Bardic of the Sun. The English player right now has a force of 71 military units. The Chinese player only has 27. He's low on income as well. Does get a small volley there. Got multiple Clock Tower Spring Golds now queued on up. He's also running out of berries over here as well. The forest puffers have been cleaned on top. Still got this deposit over here. Going to Outpost. There's some berries here as well as a local doggo. Does have a good number of fishing boats in this region. And the fish over here can still be claimed, but the problem is there's units in the way. Blue Spring Golds trying to engage the green Spring Golds. Let's get a good volley there on the green spatting rams. Next ship, multiple ships going down. And those fishing boats do go down. Berkshire Castle not being pulled in the field, which will help him lock down some of this map. 06 has a current captured by green. There's only one gold deposit in the center of the map. We're next to Pumbaa and Pumbaa. They're not being hunted, so Hakuna Matata is a wonderful place here. Now that outpost going on up, he can push forward this village to capture this sacred site and perhaps shank that monk. Lewis on advancing forward, he does spot the Berkshire Castle there. Springall versus Springall, Hawk on his bees. Finds a shot there, and he's unable to interrupt the villagers. The Berkshire Castle will be deployed on the field, and when that gets deployed on the field, I don't think there's anything he can do to displace it. He can't really afford a counterweight trebuchet at the moment. He's going to lose a large number of these forces in the withdrawal. That's going to be a decent volley there. And the crossbows are just getting killed off by the Berkshire Castle. The Berkshire Castle reaches all the way over here, so you will lose all these crossbows. He needs them to defend the Hawkman SP. He does save these handful, but now there's a bunch of man-arms crossing the river, and that is the end of the game. This is Andrew saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Oops, not that button. Not that button, this button. Let's see. Go do that one. I'm curious, what's the rest of these replays looking like? Yep, that's probably going to be the last replay from him. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another HMARS 4 replay. So on the top left side as the yellow English, we have Lucifero, and on the bottom right side as the red Mullions of tips underscore AOE.TTV. Let's see now, economic benefits. The Mullions do have a bit more unique economic benefits. We've got the mining pit, which allows you to get some free gold, and you can take that free gold and invest into some cattle ranches to get some free food. The English have one of the most powerful economic benefits in the entire game. It's their farms. Their farms are half price, the farms can be collected faster, and eventually later on they of course get additional gold trickle from their farms, making it excellent for their unique units. They have two unique units in the Feudal Age. You've got the, actually technically even one, and lacking a standard unit in Dark Age. You got the Man-at-Arms and the Longbow. They don't get spearmen, they get hardened spearmen. They don't get, instead they get Vanguard Man-at-Arms and early Man-at-Arms. Council Hall now going on up, which is the archer range that is ×2. And the Mullions, when it comes to their unique units, their entire roster is unique, barring the archer and their siege weapons. Against the Longbowmen, they do have access to Javelin Thrower. Javelin Thrower is a range unit that has +1 range versus +2 range of the archer of the Longbowman. So they do have a range that's somewhat matched the Longbowman, which also has high damage, base damage, and do get a bit of bonus damage versus range. And they also have high pierce armor as well, 3 base pierce armor. Their rate of fire is similar to crossbows, and they do decently well versus armored units as well. So I could see Javelin Throwers as a good unit against the English. And versus the Man-at-Arms, they do have the Musfadi Warrior. The Musfadi Warrior is a unique melee warrior that does bonus hit versus armor. However, it is a light melee unit, which means it does get countered by the Longbowmen. Speaking of which, got a stream of Longbowmen now being deployed out in the field. Javelin throwers are relatively expensive at 120, same cost as a Man-at-Arms and Horseman. That's just a regular scout as well, not a warrior scout. Warrior scouts do not get bonus damage versus ranged, unless they are veteran warrior scout. Then they become a counter to ranged units. One javelin throw is deployed on field. If it goes for mass javelin throw, that's probably adequate. The javelin throw is taking a bit of damage here. He needs some larger numbers. He needs another archer range to match his opponent's ×2 archer range of the council hall. Does have a 23-second train time versus 8 seconds, so 16 base seconds for the longbowman, or 15 seconds. I probably got it checked right there. So javelin throwers do train slower. Longbowman trying to move around the flank. Yellow has a scout in this region as well. Red scout is still alive. Those was a villager there. We got 3 javelin throws here. Make that 4. He's now going for a second archer range as well. His landmark is, of course, a Monza Quarry. Provides him either a trickle of gold or stone income. One reason why the council hall is so powerful, it's also an archer range, 2 archer ranges, so you don't have to take time to collect up the 300 wood and get that also deployed on the field.
Apuga Strelboren. Poliende Hesem.
And look how many villagers on the sheep there. He's going to be running out of food relatively shortly. He does have a good number of javelin throwers here. Javelin throwers do utilize food and gold, no wood, which has pros and cons. At this point in time, the fact that he doesn't have the extra food source is a bit of a con. He is trying to get some berries now in his diet. He can't craft these berries at the moment as well. The scout, yellow scout, does not spot the villagers just yet. May spot these lumberjacks there, but those are lumberjacks. Red does lose scout there, which is important. 7 javelin throws here. Does take out one the longbowman. Does get flanked around. Looks like 7 or 6 is the minimum number to one-shot a longbowman, so he needs to make sure he moves around in groups of at least 6. Does take out a couple villagers here, or at least 1. Make that 2. More javelin throws on the build queue. Does get out a second blacksmith. Could go for more pierce armor. Player has not gone for any pierce damage from mode. He's not currently building any more longbowmen at the moment either. Another villager does go down there. Takes out that villager. And he will spot these berry collectors as well. Javelin throwers need to be aggressive to defend his villagers. The longbowmen do move the same speed as man-at-arms, so relatively slower. Villagers move the same pace. Does get a couple hits there. He can't be rotating around like this. He can, of course, get some angles and catch up a little bit. Does get a couple hits there. That villager has down to minimal health. Longbowmen just now being pursued. Got a couple javelin throwers here. These longbowmen are hitting some other infrastructure. Can't be sending these javelin throwers in small numbers like that. Good volley there. So these are longbowmen trying to find another engagement over here. Those are trying to migrate around. He could try going for these berries over there, but he may not even have that scouted. Zalek Doggo getting some bites. Better not send your entire army to pursue that small little force. Send a small force, as or else there's maybe another groups that may hit you, such as these. Currently there's 10 longbow in the field, 15 javelin throwers, so there's enough javelin throwers engaged in longbowmen, that's for sure. There we go, that is an adequate number. And now he's going to try to stop these longbowmen from escaping. This is relatively expensive, but these longbowmen overall are a little bit more expensive. Javelin throwers do move the same speed as spearmen. And this palisade gate will be going on up. The trees do extend to the cliff face, so this is a natural barrier. Now this gold mine is now in this area. So now I can pull out the mining pit there in a relatively safe location. Mining pit here has been providing some good gold collection, and now he's out of there. He's out of sheep. He may want to go for a wave of cows. Nope, he's going for the berries. Very good. Garden throws here in good numbers. And all those long do get picked off. He does cancel the mill there. This player has 40 villagers, bonus at 29. He has a second Townsend on the field. Plus, he's also killed 6. So if he hadn't killed that 6, he would be at 40 to 36. But now he does have a 25% lead, or 30%, or his bonus at a 33% deficit. Now going for a round of mining pits, or housing and mining pit. If you can't afford all the housing, just don't get all the housing. You have plenty of population space at the moment. You do have a single cattle ranch here. And his food income is pathetically low. He needs to get out some sort of food income. He does have these berry collectors, but berries do collect at a slower rate than other food sources. Each player's not eyeing for textile and wheelbarrow. I'm going to fast forward a little bit since it is getting a little slowed down, but his opponent is starting to advance forward with some horsemen. Red did replace his warrior scout, does spot all these horsemen there. Means he now realizes he needs to get a counter to them. Javelin throwers do have a high base attack, so they can hit the horsemen reasonably well. But he still need to get out some Donzo probably. Donzos are, of course, the Malian unique version of the Spearman, which does also have +1 melee armor, as well as a javelin throw ability, which that too does bonus damage versus what's called cavalry. He does pop both those cows that may have been not intentional. He does go and wall this area as well, so he has a nice safe mining camp here, a mining pit. He could always go for later on a bit of farms over here as well. Got some Donzo being put on the field. Right now just regular Donzo, not hardened Donzo. More cattle ranches going on up. They do cost 100 wood each, so they're not exactly cheap at this moment. One villager takes some hits there. He does have textiles research, so they can take 50% more hits.
Afamuta. Dansu. Apare parama.
Eras. Ayored Yar.
Wolfgänge, Deod Lynch.
Werniath. Ferret. Yeah, we get that. A Stigeth on way. Cometh on.
A good number of archers and horsemen here. Yellow has a force of 29 on the field. Red has a force of 24. The quality is in favor of yellow, but by a large margin. Pumbaa is starting to go down there. And now we got the King's Possible on the field, which is another town center for the English player. Horsemen trying to advance on forward. They do get a couple volleys there on the javelin thrower. We've got Pierce Armor, Pierce Damage for Red. Yellow has gone for Pierce Damage, gone for Pierce Armor as well. Right now, Yellow could just hang back a little bit, get the age up, then get his advanced research, and then go for a timing attack. He is throwing a large amount of cows into his people's mouths. Okay, that sounded horrible. He's butchering a large number of cows there for food collection. He's a little bit desperate for food. The berries here are no longer being collected on up. There's some berries there. Berries, of course, not a good support resource count. Cows do be collected up the same rate as deer, so they're much better. They do collect a 0.81 collection rate, while berry bush collects up a 0.67. So that is quite a difference. Sheep and farms do collect up 0.75. So by going out cows, he does have like a 20% food collection rate compared to collecting those berries. Both are, of course, finite. We got a good number of horsemen here. He's going for the veteran horseman research and going for more pierce damage. There's the Grand Fulani Corral to improve the collection rate of these nearby cows.
Claude, this is a mickle matter. Dress yourself, then. On ferret! For an end day mid-May.
Going for more Donzo here. Horseman and Longbow making their advance. He does have a timing where his opponent's research is not up to scale to his own. Donzo does get a good follow there. Takes out the scout. Our Longbow just gets some good damage there. Townsend now Garrison. Got some good damage there. Javelin throws there. Donzo's throwing as well. Looks like javelin throws are maybe overkilling some of the Longbowmen. Their projectile speed is pretty slow, so they tend to do a lot of overkill. Goes inside the town center. The town is fully garrisoned. Red's army is disintegrate. Only the javelin throws remain. All the Donzo have gone down. Counts of the arrows are doing 7 damage each. The horsemen do have 4 pierce armor each, so they take 3 damage per arrow. So they will stay on some counts of fire, but not a whole lot. Longbow may get hit by the Townsend now. Does get some damage there and does fall back. Looks like the Mauling player is eyeing for imported armor now.
No Vestas and on, Tulkes. Reader up! He always commanded! Redendate there, no!
Does get a bit of damage there. Horseman now trying to torch down this palisade gate. We got a spring golem placement in this outpost as well, the total outpost. 9 tower range, they will hit these horsemen quite reasonably well. Now I got some sofas to be employed on the field. The heavy cavalry for the Maulians. With imported armor, they do have quite a bit of armor. But until that point in time, they don't. Veteran sofas, or sofas in general, do have bonus versus infantry. A very small amount, however. Local doggo getting some bites here.
Hestes for Allah, come on this way, Freckers. Always commanded!
Yellow's cleaned up 1 secret site, 2 relics picked up by Yellow as well, and the 3rd one's on the way. More secret sites being captured on up.
Readers, are you ready for Hestes?
Now he's going for the armor-clad research. Looks like English players trying to transition to some heavy infantry. This one does have access to a counter through the Musafadi warriors. As well as the sofas do reasonably well versus them, including sofas are 180. Man at arms, of course, 120, so they're 50% more, but they do have a bit more damage and more ability to go along with them. The Sofa will pick off some of these villagers there, very good. He does get all these wall segments built. All the villagers are starting to go on down. You have a crossbow and spearman now advancing over here. And let's find some shots onto him. Sofa's not falling back. Got a line of palisade walls up over here. Do not have a good number of forces now advancing on their way forward. He looks like he's out of or running out of cows to collect on up. He may want to get those fixed, or he may actually already have. Nope, he can still pull out 2 cows at a time. Can go ahead and get those collecting up forward. He's have a good number of horsemen fence for. Marching down some of these cattle ranches. He has a good number of sofas and archers in here. The cows could be tipped over. Swordsman trying to overrun these archers now. He does go ahead and keep walking with those archers. And sofas are probably not enough to missing some spearmen out on the field as well. Sofas here getting hitting the reinforcements. Taking out these reinforcements can be very, very deadly. But Red's army here has disintegrated. Rest is still just being cleaned on up, and he does have some passive income thanks to these cows, but Red does back up the game now. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's go ahead and find another player now. Online 13 days ago, last online 1 day ago. And that's hidden. See, can be a bit hard to find this one. Or maybe not. Hidden either way. That's online 12 days ago. Foreign name. Emoji. 9 days ago. Here we go. 1 day ago. Look at the ones on foreign name. Because I don't know how to pronounce a foreign name. That may not be the correct one. This appears to be correct. 17. 26. It is a mirror matchup. Not a big fan of mirror matchups. And here we go. Greetings everyone, and great here. Another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on bottom left side is the blue mullions. We have Dio, Favante, Paneris. Spawn on the right side is the magenta Ottomans. We have a foreign name. When it comes to economic benefits, the mullions do have access to the mining pit, which does give them a good amount of free gold, and infinite supply of gold, and they can take that gold and invest into some free cows. They do also have access to, of course, the total outpost for taxable tradable income. They instantly provide 8% of their currently carried gold, and there is a feudal age landmark that gives you plus 50% of that into food. But those are just possibilities. The Ottomans, rather than taking time by collecting up resources, they decided to print out their units directly in the form of military schools. Additionally, they do have access to a vizier. Let's keep the auto player is selected, so here when the vizier pops up, he can also have access to the Italian hills, give plus 50% mining speed for his villagers as well. I'll say cheapo. Also going to be aggressive with spearmen. The mining pit, he's housing for the mullions. They do cost half the amount, but they provide half the population, but they only have 33% less health. So rather than 750, they have 500 health. So overall, they can be raided, but they can still not exactly what I'm looking for. Not exactly as weak as being 50% of the cost. I'm not sure what I'm trying to how to say that. And now the Manticore are going up, which allows him access to a either gold or stone, a gold of 75 resources per minute. And Bukoros got the twin minaret from Middle East, which does spawn out some berry bushes there, which basically is 4 berry bushes that are harvested and faster. These berry bushes have less capacity. Overall, it does give you a solid base of 4 villagers' berry income, which has the same collection rate as like 1.0, which is pretty good. So a good base for 4 villager food income, which makes it so you don't have to venture on the map as quickly. You still need to venture on the map, probably to collect some of these forest puppers, but that's about it. Oh, and the big gleaming age up says hi. Does torch down one of the housing there. Another spearman now advancing his way forward. You have the archery being put on the field. When it comes to unique units, the Autumn player does have access to unique units. A heavier horseman from the Sipahi, and the Metur, a unit that bangs some drums and inspires his buddies with a selectable buff. The Malian's assets, however, are completely unique, barring the archer and all the siege weapons. Everything else in the lineup is 100% unique. Let's take out one of these, or set blaze another house. Archer taking a bit of time there. House has burned down. Got the housing being replaced. Of course, is not Supreme Commander, so rebuilding on the previous building doesn't make it so builds at 50%, start at 50%. I don't know if anybody actually will get that reference. This spearman will go down. That's probably a fresh one from the military school. Looks like both sides just echoing up. We do got quite a bit of stone to be collected up there. We do of course got the military schools. Time for some free Sipahi. Walking on eye for a second town center on these forest puppers. This location wouldn't be half bad for the berries and deer as well. Vizier is now available. He hasn't selected anything just yet. He is going to go for Anatolian Hills, which also gives him from 8 free sheeple. We got some cattle ranches not being plowed on the field, which will give him a good location for his, well, start getting his food production going with his cows. He does put a second mill there as well to get more cow production going. Oh, plus it looks like that's where the other town center was originally going to be start up. Another mining pit here. When it comes to resources map, the Autumn player's wood source here is nice, safe in the back. This one's, of course, a little bit in front, and this one's pretty far in the center of the map here. Sipahi being pursued by these Donzo. Donzos do have a spear throw, which does do bonus damage versus cavalry as well. So the Autumn player is a little bit, doesn't have great wood placement. The Malians have nice wood placement all on the side and the back. Also doesn't mean you have less likely to use as natural defense, but I suppose you can just wall off right there, and that will be reasonably well. And feed them towards the cows. Right now the mining pit is providing 102 gold per minute, not bad. Same thing with this one here. Spy try to get some torches there. Doesn't get any of the housing.
Eşit. Kütez geri kalın.
And Imperial Armory now going on up. Couple javelin throws there. You only put a couple javelin Donzo here just to make sure these units don't raid those villagers. The Malian player is still pretty far from aging up. He's definitely going for Grand Fulani Corral, basically placing of those cattle ranches. And it looks like he's eyeing for more collectible cows.
Bilgi. Eşitin bitik.
Right now there's 5 Sipahi, 2 more on the way, plus military academies, a couple of basic spearmen from the original part of the game, and he has built 1 archer. The hidden Imperial Army is not the fun field, does have access to the Vizier now, but she's going for probably into the military campuses. +1 military schools, very powerful. We'll give up the 4 military schools. Crits there onto that archer.
Hal oldu millet.
Not going for the veteran Sipahi upgrade just yet. Got a couple more archers here. I do hear them screaming, so he's rapidly right-clicking on something. Does get a decent javelin throw there of the Donzo. There's the actual javelin throwers. Sipahi trying to make another charge there. Does get a good speed brace there onto the Sipahi. Javelin throwers making their way forward, trying to hit these archers. Sipahi getting hit by the Donzo, the scout, and Spearman actually taking a lot of hits there. Donzo's doing some good focus fire there. Now the javelin throwers need to fall back. All the Donzo did go down, barring 1. Fast could turn around and finish off this Sipahi. Javelin throwers do have good fierce damage. It does finish off a couple of wounded ones there as well.
Meşi askeri.
Scout falling on back. A good number of Sipahi still remaining. And there goes that Sipahi as well. Sipahi are relatively expensive at 160. In comparison, the heavy horseman for the Malians, the Sofa, costs 180. Now we've got the Grand Fulani Corral going on up. He does have a good number of down cows here. He can still, of course, push these cows towards the corrals to get them collecting.
Evamir vücudu eyle.
6 Sipahi trying to find a flank. There's only 2 Donzo here. There's 3 archers. Does get a good spear brace there. Should be able to pick off 1. Maybe pick off 2.
Tutmadım. Atım sinledim ve
All
hareket
players are
eyle.
now in Castways, the first free Mangonel bullet on the field.
Kemankeş, cevval olun. İcra edelim.
İcraat vakti.
Aman! Ateşe maruz kaldım!
Good javelin throw there.
Tut eyle. Bu önemli. Hareket emri için
You can see
hazır.
these Sipahi are being thrown away.
İcra eyle.
1 Sipahi still remains. The javelin throw ability is soon to be off cooldown, which will finish him off.
Sipahi evamirim intizar.
He is trying to close the distance there. Getting some hits there on those archers.
Bireyler.
Let's get some good damage there. Donzo taking some fire from these archers now.
Kemankeş, evamir amadedir.
Mangonel now pulling the field should be very effective in this situation.
Teyze. Bana bir
Archers getting some good hits here. We now have imported armor now being researched, as it looks like he's eyeing for some sofas. And now this house is set ablaze through archer fire. One house does go down. Mangonel will get some great damage here. Mangonel's do bonus damage versus buildings,
Muhatara silah
but they do
sahipleri
reasonably
al.
well.
Hareket eylerim.
He does actually withdraw some of these cows over here. He's maybe eyeing to, yep, he's just withdrawing those cows so he can eat them directly. No cheese here. More housing starting to see some fire down here. Just as Sofa engaging a Sipahi, veteran Sofa. He does not have the veteran Sipahi research just yet. I don't think he's going for it at all. Sofa does go down there.
Atım zinledim ve hazırım. Haydi azimet eyleyelim at.
We got a good number of archers here. Sofa should be very effective. He does have a good number of javelin throwers as well. He has a large number of Donzo, which is going to be significantly less useful. Right now, the Allen player has an army of 32. The Mullen player does have an army of 46. Mangonel does miss these villagers from before, does take out some of his forces. We got some mana arms going field, which should be effective versus his opponent. Though do remember, Donzos do have plus one inherent melee armor, which can make a difference, but maybe not so much.
Ateşe düşmana taarruz eyleyeceğim.
Sofas, we're going to take out that. No Sipahi. Mangonel does go down. Sofas does not get bonus damage to siege. The damage is still relatively high. We got a handful of Janissaries not pulling the field. Sofas will get gunned down there. No damage from the Mangonel. Down throws soaking spin hits here. Mangonels will get some great damage from the Javelins. They are, of course, a light ranged infantry. Horseman does go down there, so we're the base on forward, or Donzo. At this point in time, he needs to get out Springvall and engage that Mangonel. He doesn't really have anything to really engage it. At this point, point out more and more Janissaries and get the Sofas.
Asakir, cenge.
Down foes will be effective versus Janissaries, however, since they do get bonus versus ranged. Another Vizier is now available.
Hay hay. Azimet ileri.
Does go for the faster training.
Harekete intikal edin. Hale ileri.
Does take out those units. Faster training gives a plus 25% production at his military academies, so in return, that should make his 4 military academies act as quality as 5. And let's see now. Do we see a military academy almost fully built on something? Actually, he is actually missing a military school. We can still go for another. Let's see how much value the military school is currently providing. Looks like Gauge Spearman. Let's just call it a nice simple 40 seconds for build time. So that would be 80 resources. Let's divide that in half to make it so it'll be 40 resources.
Ateş ederler.
40 resources every 20 seconds, and times that by 3. So every single military school right now is providing about 120 resources per minute in straight unit value. So for us to avoid a shot there from the Mangonel. So if he gets out all 4 military academies, that will be about 480 resources per minute in comparison to mining pits, which are currently providing 102, and the cattle ranches 109 and providing a bit more thanks to his landmark. But he does also have a opposing landmark with the Mahid Imperial Armory, which can probably have similar value as well, just takes much longer since their units are much more expensive.
Eyvah beyler, hareket eyleyin. Ateş ederler.
Mangonels, you get a decent shot there on the toll outpost. Flamethrowers do take out that spear, Sipahi. Janissaries archers are now engaging Donzos for quite good numbers. Mangonels do get a great volley there on those archers. Sophos trying to gauge the Mangonel. There's a couple of Janissaries still remaining in this army. Mangonels fires one more shot before going down, get a small hit there. Now it's just a good number of archers here, getting pursued. Donzo just being charged way forward as well. Archers, Sipahi comes for a nice flank here. Got some Musafati warriors and anti-armor specialists, which does have a higher damage output than spearmen, but not necessarily versus Sipahi. They can hit Sipahi, they just won't be great against them. It's off counter. Okay, so it's pushing forward, gets good damage there. These Sipahi, of course, we're seeing large amount of poison damage there. It does go down. Now this army can advance on forward. Most of this Blue's front line have disintegrated, but most of Magenta's backline have disintegrated as well. Good volley there, taking out the rest of the Musafati warriors. And Donzo, the Musafati warriors are light melee, so they will get receive bonus damage from the archers. Springald does get a good shot there. Does hit the Mangonel as well, very, very important. More archers push way forward.
Hareket emri durup
Beni takip eyleyin yigitler. Sipahi gözünüz açık olsun. Hadi emir eyle. Cenk eyleyin. Atı sipahi evamirim intizar.
That's some good damage there. One of the Springalds do go down. Mangonel finds a shot there. So the Maulian player now still has his own Mangonel, which are going to be very big for the archers and the Janissaries.
Sakin. Harbe hazır olun. Emrin başım üstüne. Bana bir hedef itaat.
icraat vakti.
Emamirim nedir?
Do now have a pair of siege wartrikes being blown on the front line. Does have barracks for improved production speed. There is now another black military squad on the front line who's going for some man-at-arms. More Janissaries been blown on the field. He sees he knows about the Maulian Mangonel. He needs to take that out. He's getting out some more Sipahi. He knows he needs to get out some more anti-siege weapons, but his opponent has a good number of Springalds himself, so more Sipahi will probably be in order.
Zemidin.
Evamir bürüt oluyor.
And Magenta's now eyeing for a keep here. Does spot the mining pit. Mining pit's not... Gold has only been partially been nabbed. And Magenta does have a lot of palisade walls, and he does have a pair of gold up here as well. If those going to have trouble collecting these resources when these all that stuff is there. Magenta so far has claimed one relic, Blue has claimed up two. Now Blue is trying to push forward into his opponent's infrastructure here. Got a decent shot there. Mangonel finds an okay shot there. That's a good number of man-at-arms. Mangonels are okay versus infantry. The more effective versus range units, they get bonus damage there. And melee infantry has higher health, but they're still a good soft counter to massive versus infantry. The more of a counter to mass are range units. Man-at-arms are breaking way through. Poison archers will do okay versus armor as well. Get some more damage there.
Yeniçeriler menzilere var oluruz. Yeniçeriler, Beşşi askeri.
Denge ve sevki dimaya hazır.
Getting some more poison arrows there onto the man-at-arms. Does take that one as well. Now the keep is slowly taking out these housing. Now going for the burning oil research as well.
Kogot Bekataka.
Right now, the force is 61 to 69. The quality is in favor of Magenta as well. Have a good number of Janissaries as well as Sipahi, Man at Arms, all that
Atım
sort.
zinledim ve hazırım.
Janissaries do cost 160. Like Sipahi.
İnşallah düşmanla tesadüf eylerim.
Does take out that Spring Gold there. Magano find a massive hit there on the Ottoman range units. Magano could go down. We'll fire one more shot before going down. Janissaries completely avoid all that damage, however. These are forward. Janissaries do have 16 damage. They only do 1 damage versus Maganos. They're not hand cannoneers. They will do minimal damage. That, and since he tried to gun down the Magano with them, they did horribly.
Bayan kılıçlarınızı çekin. Asakin hareket ancak emanine aman edin.
Good damage there. Good well placement of the Malian siege. The Ottoman players' units just sort of just disintegrated.
Beni bir vazifeye hazırım.
Motor score receiving a bit of fire there.
Cümleniz dakika olsun.
Magenta's claiming up this gold up here as well, as this gold is keeping this area still in the region. Mining pit now under fire. Another skull will go down. Got Spring Gulls going down for both sides. Looks like Blue lost 2 Spring Gulls there. Blue's down to 1 Spring Gull. Magenta still has a gold there. Janissaries are supposed to be forward. Got 3 Maganos here deployed out. Finds a massive hit there, taking out almost half the archers for the Ottoman player. Spring Gold was not Spring Gold. And Magenta Spring Gold does go down. Got the Man at Arms and the Lancers and Sipahi engaging in the front line. Maganos will take out that more of the Ottoman range units.
Size itibariyle bekler.
Got another Spring Gold here. ASB making more shots against those Maganos. Those go down there, however. Another Magano does get deployed too, gets good damage, but does go down. A couple Janissaries here remaining. You may want to go for his emergency Janissaries, get out 10 Janissaries to help him defend. Nope, he's already got to that. He has all the here now deployed. Magano finds a decent shot there on the villagers. Let's take out the reinforcing Spring Golds. And since the Ottoman player couldn't deal with the siege weapons, the Ottoman player was back out of the game. We forced out of the game, I should say. Let's get some more shots there with the Spring Gold. Fires one shot before going on down. Trebuchet now finds shots. He does have a couple season more shots here, which could get a surprise gator. There's still a lot of infrastructure over here as well, so he's able to put more military units. But Magenta does back the game now. This is Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And before I get started with the next replay, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me one moment. I am back, and let's find. Let's see, does it have any more replays? Also, I want to bring up the Rumble comments in just case somebody comments. I have a whole lot of replays now, did he? Yep, this one will do. Greetings everyone, and Great here. Another H-Powers 4 replay. So on the bottom right side, as the Cyan English, we have Soldier with capital R. On the top left side, as the Blue Abbasid Dynasty with Neo Favante Paneris. Paneris. Either way, let's talk about economic benefits. English does have one of the most powerful, very powerful economic benefit through the farms. Their farms are half price and they can prove to collect up some more resources. And we do also have their Vanguard men-at-arms people on the field, which do have 2-3 armor, 100 health, and 8 attack. The Abbasid player does have also one of the most powerful economic benefits in the game, the Golden Age Tier 1. Golden Age Tier 1 allows you to have a plus 50% gathering rate for all resources, for simply just building 10 structures. Something you're going to do either way. Do not have the Vanguard man-at-arms push way forward. Let's see. The Abbasid player? Wouldn't he have a little bit more gold than now? Right now? Either way, we do have a couple 2 man-at-arms now pulling on the field for the English player. Trying to push his way forward. Ah, that's what's going on. He's gone for early wheelbarrow. That is something I was not expecting. An early wheelbarrow now being researched before going to the next age. He also has cut off all these forest puppers, barring a couple. There's a lot of food here. He can't really advance any farther forward than this. He's in town center aerial range. And 3 pierce armor is an okay amount, but not versus the primary area of the town center in small numbers, which does 8 damage. It'll take a significant amount of time to torch down the mill, and one way he can counter this is by deploying out the House of Wisdom. He does provide some plus 5 fire armor aura, which now this mill has 5 fire armor. The Vanguard man-at-arm does 10 damage, so it's now doing 50% damage to the mill, so it will take even twice the amount of time. The other Vanguard man-at-arms are trying to hack apart these villagers. He does not have enough gold at the moment to age up. So going for that early wheelbarrow may have backed. No, he does have enough gold. Barely has enough gold to age up his opponent right now. Currently does almost have enough resources to age up if he were to drop off the gold here. Yep, he should have enough to drop off that little bit of gold there. Of course, this will take a significant amount of time to torch down as well with a plus 5 fire armor. Now I've got the Council Hall and the Military Wing both being put on the field. Military Wing does provide you a couple spearmen, a couple archers, as well as boot camp research. Boot camp is incredibly powerful, honestly. Plus 50% health for all your infantry units, and does add up quite a bit. Especially for archers, when trying to engage, say, longbowmen or something much higher quality. When it comes to unique units in Feudal Age, the Abbasid player can pull out some Camel Archers, which is a mounted archer, which does also have a bit of debuff capability to nearby horses. And does hit reasonably well as well. We do, for English, we have 2 unique units. Of course, got the man-at-arms and the early man-at-arms, as well as the Vanguard man-at-arms. And the Longbowman. The Longbowman does have plus 2 range, plus 1 damage. And so, honestly, the early man-at-arms is one of the most powerful units in the entire game. Or in Feudal Age, there's hardly anything that can really counter it. Abbasid players can go for Camel Archers, but that's basically paying twice the cost just to put okay damage into a man-at-arms. Or, as it costs him compared to man-at-arms itself. It also costs 240, so it's basically equivalent to 3 archers. Military Wing's almost deployed down the field. He does have a good reserve of wood, so hopefully he goes for some structures immediately. So I can go for a archer range and a stable.
This is nicht richtig done.
I got a small little force here. Regular spearmen won't do much versus these early mana arms, or now current early mana arms. There's some sheeple here. Blue could bop one of them with the scout. Nope, it does not.
Don't do that. Ferende, no.
Blue's now right now going for a handful more archers. He has to put out 2 archer ranges. And versus these man arms, that will cause some. These man arms can withstand quite a bit of use from these archers. Right now, these archers have 5 pierce damage, and arms currently have 3 pierce armor. So this will be 2 damage per arrow. He could. One of these players could go for more damage, and the other person go for more armor to sort of get an advantage. The longbowmen are being pursued. One longbowman does go down. Man arms hacking apart everything. This one may want to stop hitting that scout and start hitting other things. Longbowmen being picked off one at a time. Man arms trying to fall back there. Archers do outspeed them. Man arms do move slower. Now the do get the combat charge. Get a bit of damage there. It does get damage returned. Longbowmen move the same speed as man arms. Does he kind of kill off that forest pupper as well? There's plenty of food here, but he is a little bit exposed. He could go for an outpost or two to help protect his villagers in this area, so he can collect them up a bit more peacefully. But these man-arms still pose a big threat. Archers pushing way forward. Man-arms making their advance, getting some good damage there onto those archers. He doesn't have boot camp research just yet. He may not go for boot camp just to get some additional research going. Getting some good kills there. Does take out all these archers. He's doing a good job of ignoring the man-at-arms, but ignoring them means he'll still lose all these archers. Finding all of these longbowmen very good, picking them off so they're don't get to a critical number to support these man-at-arms. Now, as these archers will go down, this longbowman does survive with 5 health remaining. Right now, the Absent player is going for more archers now, while his opponent's going for more longbowmen. No additional man-at-arms being queued on out. We do have a Golden Age Tier 1. He can't lose 2 or 3 buildings, or else he'll lose it. Of course, this mill does have the fire armor, so it'll be hard to torch down. In denying the forest puppers and the berries there is denying quite a bit of food. He does have some sheeple back here for food collection, so it's not a huge issue. Got still more archers being plotted by the absent player. He has currently 4 archer ranges on the field.
الرامي مستعد. الرامي مستعد.
Leoda, Hesa.
مرحبا.
أعطي. السهم مشدود.
outpost going on up.
Flamboga Arod. Nu Yelast. Sterande team.
Science Scout in this area is getting some good spotting. Blue's now being supported with a good number of archers. Does find a good volley there in the longbowmen. Does pick a couple of them off. Man-Arms now pushing the way forward. No blacksmith research for Cyan, but Blue is going for some blacksmith research. Giving him increased damage and pierced armor. Does have, of course, the outpost here for the increased attack speed. Of course, these man-arms are relatively slow, and since he does have a bit of pierce damage there, he's able to get a lot more damage on these man-arms. Now he's up to 3 damage per arrow rather than 2, so he's doing 50% more damage now. Pierce armor now being researched as well. He realized he hadn't gone for that, and now he's losing quite a bit of his force. Does take out these man-arms reasonably well thanks to the increased damage. Whereas these forces are now falling on back. Trying to torch down the outposts now. All these villagers are being pursued by these archers. Right now, Cyan does have a slight villager advantage. And these archers are here in good numbers to hit everything.
Yes, Westuhala.
Some shots there. Man-Arms are starting to go down.
Yes, sir.
هيا لنذهب. قضي الأمر. تحركوا يا رجال. اتبعوا الأوامر. وقت المسير. هيا أسرعوا. نحن تحت القبض. العدو.
It's big damage from longbowmen. We do have 26 archers versus 15 longbowmen. Longbowmen may want to not pursue all too far. Just got archers versus longbowmen. No additional archers being thrown in the field by the Absid player. He could actually gone in the bush area and allowed him to push forward for a counterattack because there's no scout nearby. Yes, his own scout as well. So you could actually have had ambushed those archers. But now he's got a good engagement there. Longbowman overextended. He had not enough there to actually really engage. Now he's trying to advance him forward. The boar could be enraged as well. Does take out a good number of these longbowmen there. Man-Arms trying to chip away their damage. A number of these blue archers are actually quite wounded. Now trying to hit these man-arms who do have the increased pierce armor. So they take 2 damage per arrow once again. And maybe a good idea to range Pumbaa there. More longbowmen being streamed on in. No additional Absid archers on the field. Most of the Absid players eyeing to age up relatively soon. A lot of overkill there. It's gone to either run away with these archers and do move faster than longbowmen, or longbowmen being put on field. He does have boot camp research, so giving some additional health on these archers. Very nice. You have another town center now deployed up by the Absid player, and additional town center being queued up over here as well, being deployed up by these villagers. Maybe some of these are going for the mill. I'm not sure which villagers are heading over that town center. Side needs to stop streaming these longbow in small numbers. He's constantly getting outnumbered by the Abbasid archers.
Full de flamboga a rod. Yes, sir. Ich iom gagende. Strele fuse.
أجل مرحبا.
Let's go ahead and throw a lot of food inside the town center. Now you can age up. He's going for the economic wing.
Onsterende. Strele fuse. Yahweh Wigenda. Et Hilda! Flamboga at all.
More longbow being pushed on being deployed on out, as well as men at arms. Villagers backing off, trying to avoid this single longbowman hitting them. And those large gold deposits not being cleaned up by the Abbasid player. You got 2 gold deposits here. I wonder if there's enough room to pull a town center between the 2. Looks like it. Maybe it's just one tile too small.
ما حاجتك؟
And so maybe a little bit overkill to deal with a single longbowman, which is currently not being focused down there. Pumbaa now being enraged. Does go down. You could have canceled the mill to get it more closer to Pumbaa. I probably would do that. But Pumbaa will be collected right there. Handful of palisade walls, and now he's eyeing for some trade market. Abbasid traders are cost 33% less, and they can be much more effective than most other factions or civilization traders. The fact that it costs 50% less is very significant. Not 50% less, 33% less. Additionally, if they go for the trade wing, they're even in Age 2. The Age 2 trade wing research is incredibly powerful. A good number of villagers being brought over onto this lumber camp. A couple of stone walls here would be quite useful. He is eyeing for a lumber camp here as well.
Yahweh Wigenda.
18 longbow, 8 man arms push away forward. The English player is a little bit far away from aging up. Got quite a bit of villagers in this region that could potentially go down. Cyan has a large number of villagers right in front of him. A couple villagers to go down there immediately. Blue does have a good village advantage as well, having additional town centers. In fact, he's gone for 4 town centers at the moment. That is a massive number of villager production. We now have more Gilans being employed on out. Archers veteran archers moving down here to spawn, going for composite bowmen. They are right now doing 8 damage per arrow. The man-at-arms have 4 pierce armor, so they're doing 4 damage per arrow, which is very significant. With composite bowmen, they have increased attack speed, 33% increased attack speed.
بدأت التحرك كما أمرت.
Over here, looks like this Gilan will find these long bows. Gilans do have a more of an anti-low armor specialist or a man at arms. They should that one Gilan could rip apart all those longbowmen. They're doing some good jam there. Villagers taking some damage right now. And now got the White Tower being blown in the field. He probably should have gone for the King's Palace, seeing all these additional town centers. Now the White Tower is being deployed out right here as defensive keep. Which also means you can go for some mangonels out of it, since those English keeps do act as all production structures. Elon's gonna rip apart these units. Let's take out a couple of them now. The White Tower does also have more capacity to hold units, and its damage right now is currently 11 damage per arrow. And versus Gilam 6 Pierce Armor means they take 5 damage per arrow. Additionally, Gilams do have additional health thanks to Boot Camp. Absence units push way forward. We got crossbows being pulled out by the English player. And these Gilams will find these villagers in the back line. More farms over here. The White Tower will provide some good defensive capability, but it's going to bypass and start hitting some of these villagers. So over here, crossbows trying to pick them off now. And these longbowmen are still dancing, running away from that single Gilam. Gilam taking quite a bit of damage there. Now the larger stuff is starting to get attacked. Science is now trying to claim up some more stone here. Maybe I'm for some defensive keeps. Majority of his villagers currently idle. Still got a good number of forces back here he's going to need to clear out. Good number of forces still currently idle. Villagers being passed back on the farms and they're getting hit. Crossbows quick forward, gets good damage here. Crossbows, of course, they do have 5 tower range like archers, but a lot less attack speed, but they do hit hard. Some of these villagers are starting to get hit there. These forces starting being clit as well. Gilam's going to go on down. More crossbows here. And more science villagers starting to go on down. He can't be losing them. He's almost at half the village's opponent. His opponent's now going for the culture wing. I'm sort of surprised he's not going for the trade wing, because he's getting out traders as well. With a trade, he may just want eye for no more additional villagers, eye for additional traders. Yeah, he really should go for the trade wing, not the culture wing. Yeah, it's a little bit too late to stop it now. Don't really want to reset the progress like that.
Somebody in Chapelle! Spanner on the loaded! Swarth the head! Ich hear that. Crossbow on the way. Crossbowers, dress at wet.
نسير إلى المعركة.
Does get that Gilam there. Does put these villagers. One of them do get gunned down. The other keep is almost complete, so he decides to back off to it nice and early. Now we do have the Imperial Age for the Abbasid player. At the same time, the keep got the blood on the field. I wonder if that confuses the English player. Network of Citadels now being researched. The English player is very far of aging up. He has no gold deposit within his borders. He needs to find one. He needs to collect up some stones and pull out a keep in this region. Now he's going to be facing against a massive age advantage.
Shouldered crossbows. Ferret.
Now got improved processing. Villager drop off be very powerful, especially for these all the coin or gold on the map. Monk does get gunned down, or Imam. We now counter a trebuchet here. Good item to counter the keep. But we got some Abbasid bombards.
Crossbows, Yara on the way tender. Away we got crossbows! Crossbows! Turret yourself!
Needs some good damage there. Does take out all those villagers. Science forces pushing way forward. Got more bombards here. Rest of stone being cleaned on up as well.
بناء رائع.
Trebuchet does connect. Bombard's push way forward and put some holes in that Trebuchet. Critter does go down there.
Away we go, crossbows!
Elon's piece of good damage there. Now got some hand cannoneers as well. Hand cannoneers do have less range than crossbows. 4 tower range and 5 tower range, but these guys are in small numbers.
Down with your Selvin!
You're just getting overwhelmed from all directions. Hand cannoneers are of course relatively expensive. 240, 240, same as knights and lancers. And camel archers. More trebuchet shots there.
Somebody is Chatende!
Crossbows have been cleaned on up.
A great
More crossbows. Spearman. He is going for he's another spearman. Probably for a front line, which would not be very useful in this situation. He doesn't have any coin or gold, so he can't deploy out man-at-arms. He has a small amount of gold being cleaned up somewhere. Not even from a relic. Yep. Most of the coin or gold is in the center of the map here, and which, since the opening for English's space is over on the left side, and those gold deposits are pretty far over here, he doesn't really have real access to them. He does try and clean up this gold deposit. Trying to face the force boat. Bombards are hitting villagers. Perfect item to hit villagers, right? Elon's moving forward, getting some good damage there on these lighter units. Trebuchet getting some damage there. White Tower's good defensive position. Science trying to push his way forward, but of course he can't. Yeah, I think this game is over. And Sign does back the game now. This is Andgrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.